Roll call, please.
Supervisors Kubicki, Berg, and Nudo are excused.
Citizens' comments are next. Any citizens wishing to speak? Any citizens wishing to speak? Any citizens wishing to speak? Citizens' comments are closed. I have no announcements. Supervisor reports. Supervisor Grady, do you have anything to report? Anybody else? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to county executive appointments.
County Executive Appointments, 60, Supervisor Andy Berg to serve on the Racine Kenosha Community Action Agency Board.
Refer to Human Services Committee, please.
61, Lieutenant Ken Urquhart to serve on the Kenosha County Traffic Safety Commission.
Refer to Public Works Committee.
62, Nancy Kemp to serve on the Kenosha County Legal Emergency Planning Committee.
Refer to Judiciary and Law Committee.
Old Business, Ordinance, second reading, 2 required. Ordinance 18 from the Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee, an ordinance regarding an amendment to the text of Chapter 12, Kenosha County General Zoning and Shoreland Floodplain Zoning Ordinance. The proposed text change will modify the language of the principal use section for mineral extraction. It passed unanimously by the Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee.
Supervisor Gaschke.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the ordinance 18.
Moved by Supervisor Gaschke, second by Supervisor Mauer. Supervisor Gaschke on the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The motion before us is making just a very slight modification to the Chapter 12 of the Municipal Code, really just clarifying the section regarding mineral extraction. Our committee did consider some additional changes that, as you can see, were not included. So all we're talking about tonight is the mineral extraction. It did pass our committee, and we'd ask for your support to help clean up this language and bring it in line with the approved with the recommendations. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Ordinance 19, second reading, 2 required from the Public Works and Facilities and Finance and Administration Committees, an ordinance to create Chapter 22 of the Municipal Code of Kenosha County entitled Broadband Forward Community Ordinance. It passed unanimously by both Public Works and Facilities and Finance and Administration Committees.
Supervisor Grady on the motion.
Move ordinance number 19.
Moved by Supervisor Grady, second by Supervisor Gantz. Supervisor Grady.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's my understanding that the initiative here is to be able to move broadband out into the western portions of Kenosha County, which are currently underserved. There's a few different parts to it, but mainly as it affects us in Public Works, the idea is that there'll probably be certain roadways, certain road beds, which will have to have easements for the installation of cable. We think it's a good idea. It will benefit the citizens in general, and I can bring the specifics forward as they come along, but it's one of these systems where we have to qualify the easement, it goes out for bid, and then the different entities, whether it's Time Warner, whatever they call themselves, Spectrum these days, bid on the package, and then the procedure goes forward. So we ask your approval this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Supervisor Decker.
Through the chair to the chair of Public Works, I guess. Just how does this affect the grant that I believe the town of Paris received? Do you know?
I don't know specifically the answer to that question, no.
Does someone from IT know?
This does not impact the grant from the Paris, that Spectrum received that includes Paris at all, because that grant's already been awarded. This really impacts our anybody coming to submit a grant in Kenosha County in the future, so that they get additional points for that. From the perspective of laying the cable, it would impact them in that way. In the reason I say it's not significant is Public Works already observes everything that's being done or asked for in this ordinance.
And did we contact the various municipalities like the town of Paris regarding this ordinance? Or creating this ordinance and creating this chapter to get their opinions and thoughts on it?
Well, we already know that Paris is aware of it because I've worked with them on the different things regarding broadband. So we've talked to them. They don't have a permitting process, so this doesn't really impact them at all. But we as the county, since we do have a permitting process, it's something that we can put forward that also gives us points on future grant opportunities.
And now, is this something, I'm assuming not, but I just want to double check. Is this something like the zoning where each municipality that operates under our zoning had to adopt it, or is this completely separate?
This one will impact just anything the county has control of. Anyone else would have to adopt it independently, so.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, we'll take a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Any nays? Ayes have it, thank you.
Claims 26, Alyssa Sherwood, vehicle damage.
Refer to council, please.
And the minutes from the previous meeting, due to the election and some other items, and the meeting was very long, we didn't want to rush the minutes. They will be on the next agenda.
Have a motion to adjourn? Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? We're adjourned.